Everybody you see, everyone you see on the surface of the earth, whether you came from up above or you came from down below, you came from east, west, north, and south, the moon, the sun, the eclipse, the whatever, everyone you see came here on a purpose. Nobody is just here to occupy space. The one that made creation made it that everything here is serving a purpose, including this mic, this telephone, this wristwatch, these books, the heart, the lights, the camera. So you, human being, you should know that you came here on a purpose. And that purpose is your calling. What you are called to do, what you are made to do. Maybe it's the call language, like the word call, that makes it look as if it is spiritual. Call is diversified. It is not geared towards the spiritual only. Now let me put you through this. This is what I call the 7 levels of the calling. You find out that there are people called into different spheres of life. We have the economical sphere of life, we have the educational, we have the medical, we have the spiritual. There are people called into the financial sector. I don't know if you get it. And this calling didn't start from just because you are here on earth now. You've been here before. Yes, you've been here before. Some of you didn't finish the assignments you were given, and you have returned here to continue from where you stopped. So nobody entered this place and just all of a sudden entered into their calling. You can't even find it so easy. That's why I am here to do this teaching, so that you will understand some certain things about who you are, where you came from, and what you are here to do. When you are called into the medical, those days, there are people, maybe women, that specialize in midwifery. What they are known for is that when your wife is pregnant, you take them to these people, and your wife gives birth to the baby. These people, they have a special calling. It is inborn. If you're pregnant and you go to such people that have it in their destiny and calling, no complications, no nothing. You'll be wondering how they do these things. But it is when you are not called into that place, maybe you studied it, but you are not called for it. You do a surgery and it goes wrong. Somebody dies. People keep dying inside the labor room. Every month you must record the deaths of babies. All of a sudden people begin to think maybe you are a ritualist. You're not a ritualist, it's just that this is not your calling. And your calling is demanding for you, but you wasted too much time studying what you don't belong to. If you leave your calling and you're doing something else, you will not succeed. Every calling has a spirit that follows it. The medical people have a spirit that follow them. The lawmakers have a spirit that follow them. The educational have a spirit that follow them. When you see an engineer and you see a doctor, sometimes you don't know, but when a doctor comes out to enter into his office to do what he is known for, you will see some tools that is different from that of an engineer. People like to call it a profession, but that is what gears towards it. A doctor is a profession, but the calling is medical. I am called into ministry. I am called into the spiritual. Doesn't mean you should be a pastor. There are evangelists, pastors, prophets, apostle, bishop, and everyone has something that they are contributing into that calling of spirituality. And when any enemy rises like a flood in that calling, it is the Spirit of God behind the calling that raises a standard against them. The spirit that is governing the political sector sometimes doesn't have any business to do with the spiritual. Have you seen a politician that becomes a pastor and does so much well? The two of them doesn't tally. Have you seen a businessman, successful trader, that also becomes a successful doctor? Is it possible? You can't carry the two of them together. So you must face what you are here to do. So it is left for you as a person who is called into the medical aspect, that maybe in your past life you were a herbalist and you came into this life, and then all of a sudden you are seeing yourself gearing towards that path. You don't need to go and start carrying herbs in this time and age where we have all manner of advanced technology that is doing all sort of things medically, where we have drugs, where we have tablets, capsules, syrups, and all that. And then you're going to carry herbs. Most times the herbs work. Yes, it does. It really does. There are people that come to me and I will tell them, my dear, it is herbs that you will use for this. But let's say you are in the advanced part of the world. Imagine yourself carrying herbs up and down. You carry bicycle and enter inside the forest to go and pick herbs. Where will you even see forest? This one that they are cutting down all the trees and building houses everywhere. So it is left for you to tell the spirit behind your calling that this is a modern age. Times are no longer the same as at the time when you last saw me, when you last knew me. I reincarnated into this person. Yes, I now know that my calling gears into the medical herbs. Now in this generation, I want to become a pharmacist. This is what we talk about when they say Eloawu. I don't know if you get it now. Eloawu. To come to the consciousness of what exactly it is that you are called to do. If you have found your purpose and you are doing well in it and everything is working, what else are you doing with Eloawu? All those things are good, but most people, their own have been taken care of. Their chi is always with them. Their awu has found them. Everything is working in place. If they have a little disorder, that doesn't mean they should go on and start looking for where to loawu again. There might be a level where you are about to cross into, and there will be challenges or shakings and all that. You have to bear it, because there is nothing in life that comes easy. There is nothing in life that doesn't have a challenge to it. How can you eat when you've not worked? First of all, calling goes with passion. Whatever you don't have passion for, you are not called towards that place. No matter who prophesies to you that this is what you're called to do, there must be a sign that you are attracted to this thing. You have to love doing it. Because the only thing that keeps you going when there is a challenge in what you are doing is the passion you have for it. We have musicians, which is the entertainment calling. Do you know that many people came into the music section and then all because they expected to blow, as the word may be, maybe in 6 months, and they invested all kinds of money, did everything they are supposed to do, and who say nothing, and the passion dies, and they leave it, and the next thing you see the person maybe doing something else. As funny as it may be, it is the truth. It is not their calling. If you see someone that is called to be a musician, you will know that this person is not occupying another person's space in this calling. It is left for you to do the necessary things that you need to do so that these spirits will receive the information that is needed. Most times in the realms of the spirits, they are not used to what we have as this our recent development and all that. They are not used to it. They see it, but they don't understand it. That is why in the book of Revelation, somebody saw robots and thought that they are beasts. I don't know if you get it now. Most times to talk to them, you need to go upon the waters to do some certain things. Call up that spirit of your existence and give that instruction. Tell them that this is how it has been on earth and that you want to follow into that. That you don't want to go into herbalism. The first thing that comes to your mind when you are sick, even the first question that people ask you is, have you taken medicine? Have you taken drugs? Nobody who says, have you taken agbo? Or have you taken it is that is secondary. Not like it's not good. Don't misunderstand my point. So that these spirits will receive a recent instruction from the Creator himself, so that he will update them about you. This is what a lot of people do not know. There are people called into the political leadership is under that. Too many things are there, but a lot of people are not paying attention to them because the knowledge is not available. And those spirits will keep dragging them back to the things they used to do in their past life. It is very important to pay attention to reincarnation because the world has evolved, but the people did not evolve, and the spirit did not evolve with the transformation. There are spirits of change that brought about this thing we call development. So if you are not connected in the realms of the spirit, that is why I am solely against most of the things that we do in religious places. They bring people and just keep them. They're not teaching them what they are supposed to know. But we should try to get this esoteric knowledge into the ears of the people, not basing our life on something that happened 5,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, when the world has been here for millions of years. Those things that happened then, if those events did not take place, you will not be here today. And if you are not here today, nothing in life will make your children enter this place tomorrow. I hope you understand what I'm saying. There are people that are called into the educational sector. Once they teach you anything, you will understand it straight because the spirit is upon them. There are teachers that handle students and they pass, not because he gives them pass mark for free, but because of the way he teach them. And yet there are teachers that will teach and the students will not understand. Everybody have their calling, and there are modern ways to do it. Hence the world has evolved to this point. Somebody was talking to me and said she was given a prophecy that she needs to go back to Makurdi and carry the deity of her fathers, that they've chosen her to be the one to carry it. I don't have any doubt about that because it is people that will keep deities going on. But you don't have to go back to Makurdi to carry a deity and bring it to, maybe you are living in Lagos and you're bringing it to Lagos where you are doing your business and all that. You have to bring it there. You didn't grow up in Makurdi. It will take you time to get used to the system of living in Makurdi. So what do you do in this kind of situation? Now that development is everywhere, government can come in and demolish anywhere, and you see a shrine somewhere and you think because of the shrine that the government will not do their job. If the government want to demolish that place and build an expressway there, they will not stop the government from doing what they want to do or what they are supposed to do for the people, because it is also development that will bring transformation to the society. Why then would the deity say no to it? The only thing the deity will say is, okay, appease me. I can't just be chased out like that. Give me a place inside somewhere. You won't just send me out like that. To go to where? Even Jesus, when he was here, sent demons out from a man, and the next thing is into the swines. You think he didn't know what he was doing? So most of the people that understand spiritual principles in spiritual undertakings and assignments can actually package them and send them into a stone and carry that stone and take it into a thick forest. I think it happened somewhere in Anambra State, where the governor of Anambra State, Professor Chima Soludo, wanted to build something, and then the spirit was demanding. It was a tug of war at that point. But later, what happened? Nobody is going to die. Nothing is going to. They will just make a demand of what they want. Because they are understanding spirits. They can't stop it, because this is a movement that God put in place so that people will upgrade, transform, develop. What do you think will be happening here in 50 years' time, 100 years? A lot of people answered the call, and they answered without direction and preparation, and you see that call pushing them all around. And I said something in one of my videos previously. Most of the pastors that enter into the church because they have a call, is it all of them that finally own a church? This thing keeps pushing them from one pastor to another. You enter a church, you have problem with the founder. You enter a church, you have so issue. You have this issue, this, that. And you end up in 16 to 20 years of your life, you're jumping from one place to another. The next thing you see yourself doing market outreach. because that's the only place where you are free to do anything you want to do. You need to check very well if that calling is really yours. There is a difference between demons are fighting you, powers are fighting you not to enter your calling, and that you are making a mistake to enter another person's calling, and then the spirits behind your existence are pulling you with some certain things. Pay attention to know what exactly is going on before you draw conclusions. Don't base your conclusions on what you hear somebody preach. Don't base your conclusions on don't base all your conclusions on what you hear me preach. The Bible said, test all spirits. Maybe you are called into business so that you lift men through business and finances, and then you see yourself entering into the call, maybe because of prophecy or something. You see yourself entering church to pray for people. It is the same business of lifting men, either financially or spiritual. If you miss this one and enter this one, the spirit behind this one will not be comfortable with you, because your name is not on the register, your name is not on the list, and this is not what they are called to do for you. The spirits behind you will not be comfortable there, and they will leave you. And now they've left you, you are making all sort of mistakes. The person that reincarnated into you has 27 years in your life to either pay for what they did before or complete an assignment. Because you too will reincarnate into somebody. They will leave you at 27 so that you can be able to build yourself to become an ancestor also. If everything here goes wrong, the world, the earth knows how to regenerate itself, to resuscitate. The earth knows how to do it. Nobody is coming here to burn this place to any ashes. Rather, knowledge keeps increasing and information keeps coming out. God sends more spirits into earth to come and inform the people of the mistakes that have been made so that they know how to fix things. The Bible said there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth him understanding. Understanding to do what? To live here and die, and that's all. You must leave a mark here. Your name should be recognized for something. You should stand for something. You should serve a purpose. A time will come, this information that is passed down to this generation now that we are working on to make sure that we pass out what it is exactly, will also fade away. Things will be fixed. People get to know their wrongs and rights, their do's and don'ts and all that. People fix themselves and they move forward because of the knowledge that we've passed down. Because of the work that you have done, because of what you are doing, impact that you have on your own children too. As a pastor, as an evangelist, as a herbalist, as a doctor, as a politician, as anything at all that you have been called to do. Even as a businessman. Coach Charis today has left a mark. Mark Zuckerberg has left a mark. Elon Musk is doing his own part because there is a high calling on that man. That if care is not taken, it will be the destruction of the world also. But you see him pushing forward and forward and forward into some certain things. Things that even just a normal scientist can't do. Pay attention to who you are. Pay attention to the passion you have. Most especially the people that this Iluabu has to be done for are people that don't have purpose in life. People that find themselves floating. They do this, they do this, they do this. They are jack of all trades, master of none. You don't know where you are supposed to be fixed, and you don't know what to do after consultations. That is when that act is supposed to be carried out on you. Not that you're having a simple issue and then all of a sudden somebody says you should come. Awakening you into the consciousness of who you are supposed to be. It's just like plugging you into the system so that you begin to do your own contribution to life. And that is how you can survive here. You must be putting in something so that something can be given to you to survive.